Kat and Eva, and welcome back to Halo Halo, your one-stop for all things entertaining from Asia to Hollywood and everything in between. And joining us in studio today is one of the stars of the popular ABC sitcom The Neighbors.
Our eldest, Reggie Jackson.
That's fun. That's another fun name.
Is that your little boy?
Our youngest, Dick Butkus.
Welcome, Tim. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Now, tell me a little bit about The Neighbors.
The Neighbors is a show about a family of humans that move to New Jersey and to find out that all of their neighbors are a little different. Reason being that the neighborhood is full of aliens.
Yes.
And me being one of them, I play a character named Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, and you know, I don't mean to cut you off, but I noticed that a lot of the aliens have athlete names like Larry Bird. Was there a reason behind that? Or?
Well, imagine yourself in the alien's shoes. You come to the planet and you see Asians, whites, you know, African American. We gotta blend in, guys. You be this, you be this, you be this shape, you be this size, you be this, and then names. We need some names to go by. We need to name ourselves after the most perfect human specimens. Jackie Joyner Kersey, brilliant. Reggie Jackson, amazing human specimen. We can really, you know, show our respect for humankind by naming ourselves.
So now tell me a little bit about Reggie Jackson, the character you play.
Reggie Jackson, I love him. He is, I would say he's almost like a pure, just a ball of purity. He is so, you know, eager to learn and so eager to fit in. And he's so intelligent. So you give him a little nugget of information, he will, you know, he will go and follow that. If you say, you know, you don't find a girlfriend by asking her on a date. You find a, you know, I found my girlfriend by going to the movies, and then I ran into her. Reggie Jackson will spend every day at the movie theater trying to run into girls. So he always does something and takes it a little too far.
But speaking of girls, don't you have a crush on this show?
I have a giant crush on...
Let's talk about that dish.
Well, I mean, it's like, you know, I grew up always, you know, as a minority, or even just as a teenage guy, you grow up having, you know, single-sided crushes, or just crushes on like the popular girl, or you know, that cheerleader.
Yeah.
So I was really able to relate with Reggie Jackson, having a crush on this human, you know, female. And so yeah, the relationship between me and Amber Weaver, who's the neighbor, has been one of the most exciting, fun things that I've ever gotten to do.
Challenging.
Yeah, it's really challenging because I have to play so. I've got to put almost blinders on as the actor, saying, you know, when I'm flirting with her or when I'm approaching the relationship, I've got to, as the actor, I've got to blind out that I'm saying really stupid things and just speak from my heart.
Yeah. Now, how do you prepare for an alien character? I mean, do you get a lot of creative freedom?
I do. They do give us a lot of freedom to play around. You know, like anything from. There's scenes where they're like, clap, you know, like the aliens applaud. You know, in one take, I might be like, ooh, 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 you know, like as if I grew up watching, you know, Arsenio Hall. Or I might just be like, you know. So I get to just play, and then, you know, that also gives the editors a fun time to say, oh, you know, this one fits and this one fits. Or there's an episode where I have to run away really distressed after an argument with my dad.
Okay, what'd you do?
And so. In the script, it said my dad runs away like a wounded deer. And I was like, well, you know, if my dad runs like a wounded deer, maybe I would run like a wounded deer too. Maybe that's just how we run away when our feelings are hurt. So I just sort of hopped away like this after really just, you know, pouring my heart out to my dad, and sort of made it.
And it worked.
It worked, and they liked it. So.
Speaking of which, I heard that you had to sing to your dad, and you wanted to do something different, so you chose a song and sang it backwards.
Well, it didn't make the cut, but that's what's fun about working on a sci-fi show, because I've got so much, you know, nerdisms in me, and so much, my library is full.
It's smart.
So you know, they said, there's a scene where my dad has to say, you know, emit for your father. You know, this aliens emit a noise of respect and honor for their fathers. And I was like, I don't want to do it right now. He's like, do it. And I was like, I don't want to do it. I was like, what am I going to admit? So then I watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where I remembered it.
Yeah.
And then the song was like, and I was like, I'm going to sing that backwards. You know? So then I did it. And,
that is awesome.
and but, you know, we look at the outtakes. I sang maybe 3 million different kinds of songs and sounds and squeals. And
I wish it made the cut.
I wish it did too.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Of course. Yeah, thank you.
And you can catch more of Tim Joe on ABC's The Neighbors Wednesday nights. And for more on Halo Halo, you can check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/HaloHaloTV. I will see you guys later.